Rising King, Raisin Man.
Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Hey, check. Hey, nigga, I don't play. If you wanna hate, nigga, you can get sprayed, nigga. Honestly, what your mind you clearly don't use. Nigga, see the views, no Drake, I'm talking air. In the clouds where I live, you niggas hit. I'm flying out the atmosphere and then I'm taking shit. On the universe, my bitch, not stopping till I'm rich. Spiritual I am now, just gotta bring it down to physical. Yeah, we in some digital times. Your mind's still fine in this world of flourishing. End up like Rookie, popping all them pills like Pac-Man. That's alright, man, I guess. For me, I got gold, I got pearl, caught the light, it's a flight, mental palace from this world, and the girl, see my slut, bust her up, no pun intended, I make words and sit, but when I go out, all I wanna do is sing this shit. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God.
This. I don't want to say anything.
Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Hey, look, as a kid I hated school and hated the rules. I was smart, but the teachers painted me as a fool. Got a bitch told me I would be shit. Look, they was right. Technically, I ain't shit. Not from this world, I got gadgets in my palace. My bitch mixing up the potion and she threw it in the ocean for her very own motion pictures. Look, fuck Disney and that chimney man, all they perverts. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God.
Hey.
Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Every time I'm in my spaceship, I tell God. Hey.
What it do? Damn. So yeah, it's gonna be another quick live stream. Just want to break down motherfucking hold on, give me a motherfucking second, y'all.
Motherfuck.
Whew. All right, so yeah, basically, I just want to break down the energies for motherfucking just so we gonna be prepared for the Virgo moon. You know what I'm saying? So just for the Virgo new moon. So it's kind of like for these energies, right? It's kind of like you want to be in a place where you're kind of stabilized in your work, your routine, your health, your all things that deal with sixth house energy. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is you got going on, like with your business, with your plans in life, with you may want to be something big in life. You may want to do something important. You may want to do something with value that helps you and your family out, or that helps you and your friends, or helps you and your associates and shit like that. And in order to be in that certain energy for the new moon in Virgo, you want to be able to you want to be able to plant some seed, and because you know what I'm saying, because usually when we get a new moon in Virgo, new moons sometimes play out as full moon energies, just as like, you know what I'm saying, in general. Like, so it's kind of like with the Virgo new moon, you know what I'm saying, when that happens, right, you gonna want to be in the energy where the certain seeds you do plant, like, make sure they're not like dubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure the shit that are of value, you know what I'm saying, that help you out, you know what I'm saying, that help you out with your everyday shit, with your everyday life and shit like that. And like, make sure whatever it is you're doing with your life and that aspect with these energies in the sky, have something that you're doing, because Earth in general is stability, practical energy, and in a whole totality of it, it's dry. So with that being said, make sure that with the energy being dry, find a way on how you can correlate that into and make some seeds into that dry womb. So when you make some seeds into that dry womb, you can create, because you know what I'm saying, because after Virgo, it's Libra and Scorpio, so it'll go from dry, then cold, then wet, then after it'll be fire. So you gotta make sure whatever it is that's like, because it's everything's, and the moon moves fast too. So every transition that's going on, right, you want to make sure that it's all developing up to a goal in mind that you can achieve. So let's say you got Virgo in certain houses. Like I'm gonna start from the first house. So when the moon gets into Virgo, how it's gonna play out in your first house is the way the way you are with your social, not associates, but the way you appear to be is gonna be, people gonna see you as, depending if you're in a good energy, good state of being, they're gonna see you as, you seem relatable, you're about your tasks, your 1 2 and shit like that. They see that you're about all that shit. So it's kind of like they see that you're in it for the long run. You know what I'm saying? So you could be playing good seeds, playing good seeds, but if you're playing bad seeds, because it's all a transit, it's all a build up to the next you know what I'm saying, the next full moon and shit like that, which I think will be, maybe I think it should be Aries, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. I gotta do calculation. Maybe Aries, Taurus. Let me see. So, might be Aries, Taurus, the next full moon. But yeah, so you kind of got build up for the shit to get into that little spot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even be looking at astro theme. I just be going from, because I be going outside and doing the actual work. So you know what I'm saying? I just do it like, see how from the actual point of view and how it's supposed to be seen. So shit like that. But yeah, check it out, right? So the first house energy, so that'll kind of be how that will play out in your Virgo first house, right? So it's gonna be, you'll appear to be you're about your stability, you're about your business, you're about your works and routines and shit like that, or it may be like you may seem like you're in these energies with these, and if you're not, you gotta be, yeah, you gotta you gotta get into these energies so you can get your shit consistent. You can get your shit, you can get the ball rolling and shit like that. Now, let's say you got Virgo in your second house. With Virgo in your second house, the way you can how you may express your love, the internal love with yourself. You may want to be in a place where you seem like you're getting your stability, your all that shit, your routines and patterns together from the internal first. Because once you get it from internal, then I can play from the external and shit like that. So now you're getting your shit correlated and shit like that. Now with the third house, Virgo in third house, the way you communicate and shit like that, once the moon gets into your once the Virgo moon gets into your third house, you're gonna be in a space where you want to be able to communicate new ways and new ways how to associate yourself in a stable, in a relatable, mutable, earth like way. So you may be seen relatable too, because Virgo actually does good in the third house. You know, so got some Mercury, that's Mercury energies, right? So you can actually, and especially with the moon too, but it's close to the fourth house heart space. So by default, it has the same energies as this, you know what I'm saying, with the moon energy and shit like that, because the moon does good in the fourth house and shit. It's home in the fourth house. But yeah, so with that being said, with the Virgo being the third house, the way you communicate, associate yourself and shit like that with people that you know, friends and shit like that, you want to be in the, we gonna be in the y'all gonna be in the energy where it's gonna be you about your routines and patterns and stability and all that shit, and if people bug you out the wrong way, if people aren't on that same timing, you may push them off. You may not associate with them. You may move along and shit like that. Now let's say you got the Virgo moon in your fourth house with the Virgo in the with the fourth house, right? The way how you care for your close ones, your loved ones, your friends, your family, your shit like that, all that shit, it's gonna seem like it's gonna be like an energy where you're in a space where how I say this, you're connecting, but you're connecting with shit that will benefit you in the long run, like with your work. If you got a job and you're only in the job just to get out that little situation and things like that and get to a certain goal, and that's kind of how that Virgo will play out with the Virgo moon in the fourth house. And let's say it's in the fifth house. The way you may express yourself, you know what I'm saying, what you may like, you know what I'm saying, expressing shit like that may be like energies of trying to be relatable and trying to be getting your 1-2 and getting your shit correlated with your with the external. So when you get the external correlated, you can do better with the internal, because with the sun, that's kind of like your that's your sun, that's your solar plexus, that's your solar plexus energy. So since it's right next to the heart, by default, when you express something, you express it to shield your heart space. So with that Virgo moon being in the fifth house, it's kind of like the way you express yourself is going to be to protect what you got going on in like with your work routines, your patterns, all that shit. So it's kind of like you're on a run where you're doing it for yourself. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that. Now let's say you got the Virgo in your sixth house. Virgo also does good in the sixth house because you know what I'm saying, it's Mercury energy. So with the Virgo moon in the sixth house, you're gonna be extra alert on your health, extra alert on your work, your routines, your patterns. I know I keep saying routines and patterns a lot, but I'm gonna switch it up. You may be extra aware of your situations you got that can benefit you in the long run, that can help you out getting to a goal, to again to a situation, getting to shit that can, you know what I'm saying, that can bounce you out of a situation. So the way you're doing it, it's all to a greater run. You know what I'm saying? It's all for a bigger picture. So when you do it, you're doing it like you're doing it in God's way. You're doing it for, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like you got certain ways in how you can get out of a situation, but for your benefit, so it can benefit you. You know what I'm saying? So it's something, but it's got to be something you're doing consistently. You can't be half-assed with it. You got to be consistent with it, because when you're consistent with it, that's what God needs you to see. God needs to see consistency, because when it sees consistency, it knows you're about your 1-2, you're about your business. So you don't gotta be feeling like you're being left behind. You don't gotta be feeling like you're not riding the wave, you're not riding the current and shit like that. And let's say you got Virgo in the seventh house. With the seventh house, the way you relate and bend down over for people and want to express your and that express your externalization Venus energy, because that's the daytime of Venus. The way you express your love too is going to be, you only going to express it to people that are on the same type of time that you are. So if they're on the same hustle you on, and hustle can be anything in life. You could be hustling in tracks. You could be hustling in real estate. You can be hustling any all that shit. You know, as long as you got something that can stack your bread in the behind the scenes, that you don't gotta put out online. Like I got a bunch of hustles that I'd be doing besides this shit. It's just this is, you know, this is whatever. But I got some shit I'll be doing that I already got a coiling system that I can charge up. So when it can lead to money, it can lead to better situations. It can lead to all types of shit. So it's like a big ass thing that we all gotta be in spiritual. We gotta know how to charge up and create certain forms for ourselves. So when we go into these certain minds or certain spaceships, it's better to call it spaceship. The way you're in that, the way you can relate with that spaceship, you know that the only relative way that spaceship can go, because you know where it's going, because you're the pilot of that spaceship. The only relative way that spaceship can go is to out far distance, it is to far lands, because you're not from this land. So when you have that alien thought, when you have that alien type of thought, or when you have that Martian, or not even fucking not Martian, but you know what I'm saying, like far out type of thinking, feeling, mindset, mind forms. You create different types of you create different types of energies for yourself, and then it's you can manifest that into the third dimension, into whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying, the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying. Now with Virgo being in the Virgo moon being in the eighth house, right? You may be passionate, or you may desire to be passionate about what you got that can accumulate or sexually driven to what that can push you to manifest or not, or accumulate energies that you can feel comfortable, or you can feel stable or practical. You know what I'm saying? Or you can feel what you're doing, like the brickstone or whatever. It's just you're creating. It's all for the better. Like you're doing it for a reason. You're not just doing it just for no reason. Everything you do is for a reason. So you know what I'm saying. So with that eighth house too, it's kind of like it's deep in the cult too. So you may have like it can kind of, I'm not gonna say that, but since it's deep in a cult and shit too, whatever you're doing that can benefit you in like your work routines and shit like that, you're doing it because it can help you out. That manifests certain ways of feeling. So it says that certain fields of reality you create for yourself. You create a will for yourself, and that will you create for yourself. It's all just to charge up a certain passion that you're how I say this, you're deeply interested in. You know what I'm saying? It can be sex, in physical sex with the mind. It could be uh secrets that you can keep close to close to yourself. But if you're doing it for a how I say this, a for puzzle pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing it to build up to a situation that can pull you into uh, uh, a way of feeling, a way of uplifting your spirit. You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing it with that Virgo moon being in that house, you're doing it. It's like everything you're doing it is it's like the building blocks to get you to new spaces as a spirit. So because your spirit uses these like tools, so the better you know how to accumulate and derive that out of the deep water with the earth, with the vines from the water. You pull it out. You pull all this shit that you want to express out, and you leave the ones in the bottom, the deep blue sea that you don't need it. You can keep some clothes and shit like that with them vines and with the Virgo moon energy. You can pull that out and show what you're passionate about, what drives you every day, what can push you, what causes you a lot transformation that can help you in a beneficial way. That's kind of like you using the eighth house energy like a bitch and not letting it use you. Now with the ninth house, with the Virgo moon in the ninth house, right? You're gonna be in an energy where the way you gain wisdom and knowledge is gonna be routine or geared of how many kind of like it's kind of like how many teachers or spiritual videos or astrology videos or whatever you can watch online or not even online. It's kind of like that since Taurus is in Uranus, so it's going to be kind of like that. You're going to find some different ways to like put like get you thinking, like get your mind like exercising it, and you should know how to do that during the right times of your many transactions within you, because your sun and moon have like your moon is your reflection. The sun is your light form. It's not it's a light form, but it's really like your sun. Like the sun is your what your expressions, your gifts, your talents, shit like that. Your moon is your emotions, your reflections. The sun is how I say this. I don't want to say light, but I'm trying. Okay, your sun is like a month. Your man. Why I take this? Your sun is your man. Your moon is your woman. So it's kind of like with the sun being out in the external, right? You got something you can offer and shit like that. With the moon being internal, it's kind of like your moon sign, your reflection. So with the ninth house, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in an energy where you want to like push out the actual concept of what you do that can spark like some type of wisdom and knowledge out of you. You know what I'm saying? So that's that Jupiterian, not Jupiterian, but that's that ninth house energy. Because uh uh the ninth house in general is like a teaching sign. So with the moon being that house, what you're doing is gonna be like you know what I'm saying, in that kind of expressive way. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like whatever you're doing is to learn, is to build up to your knowledge and shit like that, and things of that nature. Now with the moon going to 10th house, right? Uh you got now this is what can get you during that building blocks energy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of what you can stand on and shit like that. With the Virgo moon getting into the 10th house, it's gonna be like what can you do to stabilize your actual mansion. You know what I'm saying? I can stabilize your castle, your temple, your not fucking temple, your palace. You know what I'm saying? Temple, I don't your palace, right? So anything that can stabilize that, what can you push to work and offer that actual like concept of the pattern and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you gotta be in those kind of energies and shit like that, because when you're in those kind of energies, you in the space for what, if you know like why you do the actual because Capricorn, because Earth is feminine by default, but not Capricorn, but Earth is feminine by default. But the 10th house, since that's, we say it's like Capricorn energy, because Capricorn lies in that house. Capricorn is masculine. but it's still feminine because it's Earth, but it's like the masculine Earth sign. You know what I'm saying? So Taurus will be feminine, right? Virgo will be androgynous because that's like that Mercury energy. Capricorn will be masculine. But these are all like things in general that like we all like how you know say shit like offer and shit like that. But why I brought that down for is to bring that shit out. So that will kind of be like the palace because any house allegory would be a allegory of the feminine, the emotion, because what you can, but there's always a masculine and feminine to everything. So of course the house is gonna be effeminate because it's the earth shit. But what the Virgo moon does to it is the Virgo moon brings in uh that double-sided energy. You know what I'm saying? That masculine feminine energy. You want right? Because in the moon in general is feminine. In the Virgo is androgynous because it's like the Mercury type of energy. So when you go in that house and look at what you got to do to keep keep that mansion, that palace like stabilized, uplifted, you know what I'm saying, in a high place, and knowing how to and not to go too high, not to go too late, but just be equilibrium. You know what I'm saying? That's why they come up with the allegory of 10th house being the what's that shit they the astrology came up with. It's like that. What do they call it? Damn. I can't think of it, but yeah, if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like a thing what they call the highest point of the chart, like the 10th house or whatever like that. That's why they call it like that and shit like that. But yeah, fuck yeah, it's kind of like that in a nutshell. So what can you do to keep what you got, like what you can build on, what you can stabilize on, what you can be like the energies you can be to like it's kind of like what you can be to build up your courage and shit like that. Because when you're in energies like that, you're already in the space of the you kind of understand like the actual you know it's like y'all the Virgo moon in the 10th house. It's kind of like in a nutshell. I'm gonna make it simple for you because I know I'm gonna make it simple for you. Basically, what you can stand on. All right, but I was trying why I was building up all that shit is kind of because it's still I'm trying to train your mind so you can so I can take you there and you can see what you're actually doing. It's kind of like you're doing something still. Like we're always doing something on each house. Is like it's like, especially with the moon being a Virgo. Virgo's already like you gotta be about your still shit, your routines, your patterns, your 1-2, your all that shit. So it's kind of like it's everything. That's why the Virgo's always worrying about shit too. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of like that in a nutshell. Now with Virgo Moon in the 11th house, now the way you can express yourself with associates, strangers, people that you may not be aware of, or you may not be aware of in the mind yet. The way you express yourself to them is you gonna be like I said it's gonna be like you're gonna be like in a way that you wanna you gonna be mutable, but you're gonna be mutable to a fault. Like you ain't gonna express all your energies to that individual because with the 11th house, y'all still know because that's the Aquarius and that's fixed air. You know what I'm saying? And y'all may be fixated on ways on how to separate from an associate or a place or thing. You know what I'm saying? And then and you may just spread it on different areas that can help you out. Like 11th house is not just associated with strangers; it's associated with places you may not even be aware of yet, too, or people, places, and things. Right. So the places and things you may not be aware of yet, too. So it's kind of like when you express yourself with different places and things, you're gonna be in spaces where you may not want to express with a person all the time because the person may not be on the same level as you. You may really want to express something uh, uh, valuable or something that can help you with the work and the routine and shit. I hate to keep saying routine and shit, but fuck it, because this is. But so it's kind of like it's like you already in a space where you want to be relatable, but you can only be relatable to people that are on the same type of are on the same type of timing as you as the Virgo moon being in your 11th house, right? That's good, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, you can be in places and things where you express all your gifts, all your talents, all your you know what I'm saying, all your magic power, all your shit, all your boom boom boom, all, you know what I'm saying, you can be talented and shit, like you can be talented in like painting, and you may do that like a routine and pattern and shit like that, and you may put that on walls and shit like play like a place. You may put that may put that, like, you know what I'm saying, it's mutable Earth, so it's kind of like take that to Earth, like we are on Earth, or Earth, but we are on this realm. We in this realm of reality, we call it Earth. Like it's really like this Malkuth, whatever you want to call it. But it's kind of like with the Earth, with that Virgo moon energy, with the Earth, whatever it is that's mutable Earth. So whatever it is that you're mutable in the Earth way, you gonna express that because you're gonna see it as something that's gonna help you out with your business, with your stability, with your gifts, and with your talents, with all that shit. So it's like you're doing something in the spiritual realm. So that's the 11th house energy in a nutshell. That's why 11th house is always all like always that fixed way and how they do their thing, and they don't really care how they're seen and shit like that. So it's kind of like in that in a nutshell. Now with the 12th house, the last one, motherfucker shit. With the 12th house, with the Virgo moon in the 12th house, you're gonna be in the realm where you're gonna want to express all your gifts and your talents that can benefit you in whether you make money or whether you like money or whether you like to be secure and shit like that. You gonna push that energy of wanting to be in that little vibe. You know what I'm saying? You create a whole vibe for yourself that you're in energies like that. So when you're in those energies like that, you know that how like it's really not about how far you know you can go, but it's really like you want to go far because you're already in a space where because Virgo moons are by default just want to be in a space where they feel comfortable with how they want the especially in the 12th house, they want to feel comfortable even in uncomfortable environments, and especially with Pisces, because Virgo moon doesn't really do good in Pisces. So it's like Pisces is already mutable water with the 12th house, so that's dreams, imaginations, la la land, all that shit. Virgo moons, if they're gonna be in la la land, they want to be in la la land with a person. You know what I'm saying? Someone they admire. You know what I'm saying? They don't just want to be with anybody else. And with that 12th house and being right next to the 11th house, by default you're gonna be, especially if you're like a double house sign, you like, but it's not real about that. But yeah, so it's kind of like, with that being said, you may find yourself with people in that world by default, because that's the world your moon is in. So the world, so you are a mutable earth sign in a dreamlike world, but you're still an earth sign. So where you express yourself, people may even think you're a Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Especially since you're a mutable sign. So a lot of mutable signs get mistaken for Pisces, just because, like, especially yeah, I ain't gonna hope, yeah, Geminis and shit like that, Sagittarius. Uh, but all signs that be like mutable, like if you're a cardinal sign, you get mistaken for every cardinal sign. If you're a mutable sign, you get mistaken for every mutable sign. If you're a fixed sign, you get, you know what I'm saying? It's like shit like that. But it's kind of like it's deep with the actual not Gemini, but the mutable signs, because mutable signs already are in that realm where they're already so communicative and so like, and Virgos don't really be that communicative. Let me not say that. But if your moon is in the 12th house, then by default you are communicative because you're already in a house where that happens. You know what I'm saying? So the way you express your dreams or imaginations is all gonna be geared towards shit like that in a way. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like that in a nutshell with the Virgo moon. That's the Virgo moon through all houses. So when we get prepared for this Virgo moon, we gonna be in a space where it's gonna be the energies where it's gonna how shit's gonna happen. And I kind of broke down all houses, so you know what I'm saying, shit like that. And I don't want, you know what I'm saying. And if you have two house systems, just tie it to how I relate to each sign and shit like that. And this motherfucking bitch, and I'm gonna end it right here, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just by star power on this motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We out in this motherfucker. Spirituality.